How's it going, everybody? Welcome back into another video, and today is a very special day for me, for this channel, for everyone. You guys all know this channel. I am very MCU centric. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's my be all end all. It is by far my favorite franchise. Avengers Endgame is my favorite movie of all time. Well, I was very fortunate to get my first ever MCU Marvel screeners, so I got to see some MCU content early, which is just absolutely insane. And if you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail, and you know what's coming out this week. Today we are doing, we're talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 1. This is very exciting. I've been fiending to talk about this because I saw it on Tuesday, and this review is coming out on Thursday. So in those few days, I've really been fiending to talk about this episode. So this video right here is going to be my spoiler-free review. I'm not getting into spoilers here, obviously. I want to wait till everyone gets the chance to see it themselves. But then tomorrow, Friday, will be my spoiler review. So we're going to get into actual spoilers, talk about different plot points and different things that happen, because, whoo boy, a lot happened in the first episode, and I'm very excited to get into full spoiler details, so look out for that on Thursday. But today we are just doing spoiler free. I'm going to just give you my overall thoughts and tell y'all what to look forward to, because this is peak Marvel, and that is the first point that I want to make, is this feels like Marvel. One of the things that I don't want to say struggling with in WandaVision, because I do think it was actually a strong point at times, was that it didn't always feel like it was a Marvel property. It felt a little detached, and in some points that worked. Like I said, I did like some of the sitcom stuff that they were doing. So I don't always want everything to feel cookie cutter Marvel, but there are instances where you're watching a Marvel show, you want to feel like you're in that universe, and that's why a lot of the action that took place outside of the Hex in WandaVision was my favorite stuff, because it felt like we were back in this universe. When you're in the Hex, you feel very detached, you feel like you're not part of that world, and yes, that's what Wanda was going for, so it worked, but this is Marvel. You feel it, you can hear it, it's just absolutely fantastic. And a second point I was going to make, but I'm going to make it right now, is this is Captain America the Winter Soldier vibes. 100%. You can feel it, the way the action is choreographed, the way the score hits, the way it's just composed, shots are composed, the way the editing is done. It feels very Winter Soldier-esque. And that, for me, I love, because Captain America the Winter Soldier is one of my favorite movies in the entire MCU, and a lot of the reason why is because of the shift in tone that it takes from any of the other movies, the genre change that it takes from any of the other movies, and the way that it feels. That's one of the reasons why I love it so much. And for this to feel so much like that, I absolutely dug it. I really, really dug it, and I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy this because of that. Because I know that a big consensus is that Captain America the Winter Soldier is one of the best, and this is the reason why. And I'm so excited for people to see this for the first time and really feel that, because like I said, this is Marvel. You can feel it in everything that is happening. Now, one of the things I love so much about this episode, and something that I'm going to say throughout this series, because I know it's going to continue, because they set it up in this episode, is these character arcs. This is not just a movie, it's not just a 2-hour movie where you've got to get right into the action, you've got to get right into the story. Marvel has been known to do that, but it works though, because it's tied together into the more extended universe. But here in this film, we are given the time to breathe, spend time with Sam, spend time with Bucky, see what's going on in their heads, and get some really awesome character arcs from these guys. I'm not going to get into specifics of what those arcs are. I'm not going to get into any spoilers on that. I will talk about that on Friday more in detail, but I really like the direction they're taking. It feels personable. It feels personal. It feels authentic. And it's something you don't ever really think about, because you see these characters as gods, as literal superheroes, and you know, you don't ever think about, hey, I wonder what's going on personally in their heads, or I wonder, you know, does any of this, you know, do they think about these things that happen? And I really like that they're examining those sorts of arcs within these characters, especially Bucky's arc. I am very, very excited to see how Bucky's arc continues. Again, no spoilers, but I really dug where they started his arc in this show. And I love that he's a main character, because ever since he's been in Captain America, the First Avenger, he's really just been there kind of as a secondary background character, and really a secondary to Steve Rogers. And rightfully so. Steve Rogers is Captain America, and Bucky is a side character in those stories. But I'm very happy to see him in the light here, because I feel like he deserves that spotlight, because he is a person as well. He's not just Steve Rogers' crony. I'm just going to put that out there. The action is awesome. It is awesome. And we don't, you know, we get into it kind of right away. Again, no specifics, no spoilers, but the action in here is choreographed so well. They do some really awesome things. I love that we are using Falcon in this, because he has so many abilities with those wings that we just have never seen before, that we might be getting a little bit of a peek at in this series. I'm very much looking forward to that, because, you know, again, like Bucky, Sam has been a background character. We haven't seen him in the forefront, because, you know, the core 6 Avengers are the ones in the forefront. So we see Sam, you know, doing some stuff, and it looks really cool, but I think we're really going to examine and look at a lot more of his abilities with these wings. And I think Bucky as well. I mean, we know Bucky's more brute force, and that's what he does. He beats people up and stuff like that. But hey, maybe that vibranium arm's got some cool tricks up its sleeve. I have no idea, but I'm very much looking forward to doing that. The one thing that has remained consistent throughout the Captain America movies was that the action was done very well, and I feel like that is bleeding over into this film, into the series. I keep saying film, into the series, just in the forefront. I mean, just right away, you can see that the action is top notch, and I'm so excited to see what they continue to do. And you know, the last two things I'm going to talk about. The first one is just something that WandaVision didn't really do, and that's okay, because it's a separate story, separate arc. That's what it is. The only reason I keep bringing up WandaVision is just because it's the only thing that we have that is like this. It's the only series that we've had so far. So the thing that they do a little bit in WandaVision, but not as much, and something I feel like they're really going to push in this, is the fallout from Endgame. There's a lot of talk about Endgame in this first episode, and I'm very interested to see really the effect that Endgame put on the world. And I think I don't have any insider information besides seeing the first episode. I think that we will examine that a lot more, and I am really looking forward to seeing, you know, half of the population went away, and then 5 years later they came back. Okay, well, it's great that they came back, but how does that affect everything? Like, how does that affect what has now been put into place? You know, so I'm very interested to look at that. And then all I'm going to say, because I don't want to spoil, I really don't want to spoil, but just the ending, I dug. That's all I'm going to say. No spoilers. That will be in the video tomorrow. I believe tomorrow's Thursday. That will be in the video tomorrow, but the ending was good, and I really dug it. And I the overall thoughts, and I'm going to wrap this video up because I don't, you know, it's very hard to talk without spoilers. The video on Friday will be a lot longer, and we'll be getting really into spoilers. The thing that I love is that we are exploring a lot more of the gritty kind of underground of the MCU. And I like that we are getting to look at the fallout of Endgame, and we are getting to look at some characters' actual arcs. That was one thing about WandaVision that I loved, is we got to see Wanda, and we got to see just her character and watch her go through trials and tribulations of dealing with grief. And that's what I loved about that show. And I really feel like in this series as well, we are going to get that just with two other characters that we really love. So I absolutely love that. This is a banger episode. If I had to put it in all the, you know, all the TV we've had so far, I would say this is probably my favorite episode of anything we've got in Marvel. I would say it's a better episode than anything we got in WandaVision. Just my opinion, honestly. But I just love the gritty nature of it, the Winter Soldier vibes. They are there, and I am So excited for you all to see it and for us to be able to sit down and talk spoilers, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And I am just so excited. I am jacked up and pumped up after that first episode, and I am just ready to get into episode 2 and see the rest of the series. But guys, let me know down below in the comments, are you excited? What are you excited for? What are you excited to see? I know you guys can't tell me what you think about it because you haven't seen it yet, but let me know what you are most excited about out of episode 1. Let me know down below in the comments. Go check out my website, FinaticFilmReview.com. That is where you get movie reviews, rankings, all of that great stuff in written form. Also, go check out MusicCityDrivein.com. I am a contributor over there writing. I've been doing a whole bunch of South by Southwest content, doing daily recaps and longer form reviews as well. I did one on the Kevin Smith documentary, and he actually quote retweeted it and thanked me, which was really insane because Kevin Smith is huge, so that was kind of weird. And you know, I've been chatting up with some of the actors that were in some of these films that I really liked on Twitter. It's just awesome. So go over to Music City Drive-In, check out the content I've been putting out over there. Go over to my Twitter to get immediate movie reactions. Also check out my South by Southwest thread, because I'm not done yet. South by Southwest is still going on strong, and I have a thread over there reviewing every single movie I see, big or small. And go over to Letterboxd, same deal over there. Immediate movie reviews from the movies I see at South by Southwest and all of 2021. But guys, the last thing I got to tell you is, please, if you like the content, consider subscribing. This is a hobby that I'm trying to turn into something that is much more than a hobby. And subscribing is the biggest thing you can do. It is free. It does not cost any money. And if you like the content at all, please consider dropping a subscription. It really, truly does mean the absolute world. But guys, that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I am so excited for you guys to see Falcon and the Winter Soldier for the first time. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you